Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. It's Tuesday, April 8th already. We're already 2 weeks, a week into April. Man, the year's flying by. Faster every year. I don't get it. Cold today, though. I got a sweatshirt on. It's amazing. March, that was like the best March we've ever had, and now all of a sudden it's getting cold again. I don't get it. But hopefully starting to feel a little better. I wasn't feeling so hot last week, but we got through it, even with the technical difficulties. Thankfully, we had Bob Bender on, who is easy to talk to, and he kind of saved me last week. But back to just me this week. It's probably going to be somewhat of a quick one tonight. Just a couple things to talk about, and we got Las Vegas coming up this weekend. So how's everybody doing out there? Who's out there? Daniel K. Davis. It's time. The IHRA schedule is out, and the first race is June 27th. It sure is, and some recognizable tracks on there, people. So IHRA is making moves, legitimate moves, it looks like. There's Walt Walker. What's going on, buddy? Let's go. Happy Tuesday. What's going on? Walt Walker, probably working, right? Hayden Brown, Division 4's finest, is here right now. What's up, Hayden Brown? How you doing, buddy? Always like seeing Hayden when I'm down in the south. Dino Mares from Fontana, California. They need a racetrack back in Fontana. Can we get that speedway back there? I was actually at that drag strip at least like twice in my life, I think. Never got to go down it, though. Tried to take my rental car there one time, but the line was too long to get in, and I didn't feel like waiting. Booby's back. It's 77 degrees here. It was 77 degrees here the other day. Now it's back to like 40. So I guess that's what happens. And windy. And all the neighbors' trash blowing onto my lawn. I'm a responsible individual. I put the trash out. Trash man comes. I bring my cans back. Well, some other people don't bring them back. And the remnants of trash still in there blow over and then blow onto my lawn. Like, my lawn's like the gathering ground for everybody else's leaves and trash. I barely have any trees, and I got leaves on my yard. My trash cans are back, and I got trash on my yard. Don't like it. Brian Zenzen, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you in here as always. I think a couple more comments flew in up top, and I missed them. Amcam 124, sunny and 78 in SoCal. Oh, God, I love Southern California. That's where I belong. I should have been there. Fontana will open when Bruce Fulper hits the lottery. All right, everybody. Mark him down for that. Brian Cool, what's going on? 40s in Indiana. Oof. Tom Maioli, he's in California. But I think Tom Maioli is originally from the East Coast, right? Tom, I think you said you were like a Pittsburgh guy. What's going on, Tom? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. And Ray Klotz, hello. Glad the tech issues are resolved. Best half hour of my week. Yeah, that was crazy last week. But I took Brian Zenzen's advice last week and just did like a full, held the power button on the computer until it finally just died. And then waited like a minute or two and turned it back on, and it reset. It went through all its motions, and thankfully came back to where it is right now. And now it's working. So happy to be on the computer on a microphone and using a real camera tonight instead of the old iPhone. But I was glad to give you guys a tour of the office here a little bit, and I strategically hid some of the mess too, so you couldn't see everything. All right, guys. Let's get to it. Driverinterviews.com. That's the website. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Facebook page. And follow the Instagram page while you're at it. Why not? We got some cool reels that have been going up. I got the stock eliminator video from Belle Rose coming this week. I want to try and have that out on Thursday before the Vegas event starts on Friday. I like to put out new videos while nobody's racing so they can watch them. So that's what we're shooting for. All right. So hashtag the car show. If you post any pictures of yourself, of your stock or super stock ride or your classic vehicle, I don't care. Use hashtag the car show. All right. Because I want classic vehicles, classic hot rods and stock and super stock cars to all be lumped into one hashtag. It's a cool way to grow our brand and get people aware, bring more awareness to what we're doing. Lupe Tortilla, originallupetortilla.com. Stan and Sheila Holt, saw them in Belle Rose a couple weeks ago, and great people, and without them, the show's not possible. So I want to thank them very much for their continued support, and hope to see them again very soon. DragInsights.com, that's Alicia Anderson. Research yourself, guys. Research your opponents as well. See what your strengths and weaknesses are. See what lane you do better in. See, me, I'm all about my opponents. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I know what I need to work on. I usually spend most of my time in there looking up other people And why not? You need to see what they're doing, where they're qualifying, how fast they're running, what they're capable of. Oh, they average a dial-in of 1038, but their fastest run is 992. So that's how much they're capable of. Okay. So I know their bracket mode and I know their heads-up mode. Dragonsights.com. Free membership. All you need is an email address. Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240. Don Kennedy, the OG founder of this whole thing. Don Kennedy is the one that said, come to this race and interview people on the lanes. Okay. And Driver Interviews was born. So can't thank Don Kennedy enough. And guys, make sure you're insuring your race cars. Let him get you set up. Don races and Don handles the claims. So he knows all about racing, race cars, classic cars, and car insurance. So 602-284-6240 or 1DonKennedy@gmail.com. We got Rob Youngblood on board this year with the advancedclutches.com. You guys all saw the new clutch that I'm running this year in the 289. Engine is almost finished. I mean, manifold is getting bolted on as we speak. So getting pretty excited. Getting pretty excited to be back in super stock this year. Super stock is calling my name, and dumping the clutch is one of the things that I can't wait to do again. But until that day, you'll still see me in super stock. PontiacEngines.com. Bruce Fulper. There he is. He was just here. He's going to buy Fontana for us after he hits the lottery. So let's go, Bruce. PontiacEngines.com, Mr. 428 super stock. I mean, he can buy Fontana, and then he can bust out a GT super stocker with a 428 Pontiac motor in it and go set a record. RocketmanCoatings.com. So I've been machining piston rings for the other engine that we're working on, and I had the rings coated by Rocketman. So I do all the filing. I do all the ring filing. I'm a very particular ring filer, we'll say. And I don't know. I guess it's just something that I'm pretty good at. So I would just want to let everybody know that if you want me to come file your rings, I can do that. And RocketmanCoatings.com. Get your piston rings coated. You can get your pistons coated, which I've also done. Pins, bearings, gears. RocketmanCoatings.com. He can get you set up, and his name's Rocky. So hit up Rocky at Rocketman. Get your taxes done, guys. You only got 7 days left. Ray Minnick can get you set up, 267-247-7601 or RPM at rpminnick.com. If you got questions about your racing operation and taxes, and I know many of you do, let Ray Minnick help you out. He is a racer who is an accountant. That's hard to find because as much as I like my accountant, it's kind of hard to explain what we do and, what to write off and what to, what's a hobby, what's not, all that good stuff. Let Ray Minnick help you out. All right. All right. What's going on out here? What's going on here? Comments flying in. All right. There's Nick Ryder. He's listening. What's going on, Nick? Where's the 446 pack? Coming back this year? What's up? Tom Maioli was a Pittsburgh D1 guy. All right. All right. Well, you found sunny California. I wouldn't come back here. Terry Nolan. There he is. What's up, Terry Nolan? That beautiful Chevy, too. Had that happen to my computer at Drill this weekend, too. Wonderful machines. Remember Alan Reinhardt used to talk about computers all the time? Hitting them with a hammer and don't let the smoke out of a computer or out of an engine. Can't wait for Dragon Sight's MCR program. Yeah, Dragon Sight's a big sponsor of the Midwest Class Racers Association this season. So looking forward to that. I know Alicia's looking forward to that. And Dragon Sight is looking forward to that. Evening, Bobby. Big week. Looking forward to watching Stock and Super Stock in Las Vegas on NHRA TV this weekend. Yeah, me too, buddy. Perry Ford. Hello, Bobby and Gearheads. Brett Steven. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. There's Brett Steven. What's going on, man? Hopefully Brett's going to be in Phoenix. What's up? There's Rocket Man Race Coatings. You got any questions for Rocket Man? He's here right now. How you doing, Rocky? Paul Gunther. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, Paul? There's J-Rod. Jared Grenier. How you doing, Jared? There's talk about, speaking of Division 4's finest, there's Jared. Helps everybody, knows how to do everything. Those guys are what you call treasures, and you hope that they can stick around until they're like 95 years old. Chris Epps, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? All right, guys. I got some birthdays for you. Now, I have to do 2 weeks of birthdays because last week, remember, I couldn't get to them. So we got Floyd Russo, March 27th. These are from Dragon Sight's homepage. Happy birthday, Floyd. Cooper Chun and Lenny Lodig, March 28th. How about Cooper Chun? He just won a ton of money out in Vegas last weekend at the Spring Fling. Joshua Twitchell, March 29th. Happy birthday, Joshua. Adam Gerber and Bob Michael and Ross Ponville. How about that? A trifecta right there on April Fools. April 1st birthdays right there. Adam Gerber, Bob Michael, and Ross Ponville. Some big name racers there. Kyle Tripp, April 4th. Happy birthday, Kyle Tripp. Justin Jerome, D7 guy, was April 6th. Happy birthday, Justin Jerome. And we got Mike Crutchfield and Rob Keister, Division 2 and Division 1 right there on April 7th yesterday. No birthdays today on the Drag Insights homepage. So those are your Drag Insights member birthdays from the last 2 weeks. Happy birthday, one and all. Brett Steven will be in Phoenix. Just the Mustang. Superstock is still waiting on an engine. Okay. All right. Are we talking about the new lane choice rules today? Absolutely. Hello from the Motor City. There he is. Cobra Jet Racer. All right. Here we go. What do we got? We're going to start with IHRA first. So they purchased Galat, which is the 8th mile track in North Carolina, and now they just put out a national event schedule and a Pro-Am schedule. So let's see. Here, I'm going to pull that up. I don't know if you can see it all. Let me get rid of the banner there real quick if I can. So you can see that. We've got Galat, opening up with the Galat, the track that they just purchased. But how about this? July 11th and 12th at National Trail Raceway. That is the same weekend, I believe, as the Jeg Sports Nationals. So what's the deal? We're not having a Jeg Sports Nationals anymore? Is that done and over with? NHRA hasn't really made an announcement on that. IHRA was saying that they bought National Trail Raceway, but National Trail Raceway was saying that they weren't purchased, right? So this is the national event schedule this year for IHRA. Now, you guys will have to educate me because I don't really know what an IHRA national event is. And here's that schedule versus what a Pro-Am is for IHRA. I've never raced an IHRA event before. So look at that. You've got July 9th and 10th there at National Trail Raceway. So now it's a 4-day event there in Columbus, Ohio. Then you got Milan Dragway, Dragway 42, and Darlington. So those are your Pro-Ams, and I just flashed up the national event schedule. So and IHRA is looking for they're looking to have a packed schedule of events here this year. So how about that? I guess they put their money where their mouths are, and you're gonna have some options there to race if you want. I think. I don't know. Is Stock and Superstock going to be there? Are we allowed to race at those events? Somebody let me know what that means. All right. What else? Dave Cott, what's going on? Leaving Florida. Great weather soon. Back to Michigan. I'll be signing up for draginsights.com. Yes, sir. Go for it. If I could post a pic here, I would, but might give away one of Bobby's secrets. Don't do that. Come on. I need all the advantage I can get. Doug Core, what's going on, Doug? Feel free to post pictures, Rocket Man, of things that you coat. Post them on your Facebook page. I'll share them for you. Doug Core, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? James Hill, what's going on, James? James, you back in town yet, or still out on the road? Where's Tom Baker at? Now that I think about it. Jamie Carter, go Knicks! Heck yeah, go Knicks! Knicks are my favorite team nowadays. For this reason right here. Cobra Jet Racer, the Pro-Am is like a divisional. Okay, thank you. That was all I needed to know. All right. Pro-Am's like a divisional, and then we got your national. Nitro Jam is pro categories and sportsman. No quotas. Oh, okay. Sounds good to me. All right, so there you go. That's your IHRA news right now. That's your news update. And there are more races than that. They've got a summit schedule on there too. And they've got their, world championships or world finals, I think, at the end of the year. And I think they were at Darlington also. So you can go on IHRA.com and check all that out, by the way. All right. Back to NHRA now. We've got a couple of, I don't know, I guess issues that people are considering controversial. The first one is we'll start with the new rule for lane choice. Okay, so for so many years, I guess forever, well, at least since I've been racing, in stock, super stock, and I guess some of the other categories, there have been no like real way of deciding who gets what lane other than a coin toss. In the pro categories, Their lane choice in the following round is based on the previous round's performance of their car, how fast their ET was, what have you. So in stock and super stock, NHRA has decided to do the same for first round only. So we are qualified. We are put on a ladder. Stock and super stock are performance-based classes, categories. And NHRA has decided that we don't need to do a coin toss in the first round anymore. The higher qualified car gets the lane choice. There are many racers that think this is fine. There are many more racers that think we should be doing this every round. And then there are racers that are unhappy about it and say, no, that's dumb. It's been a coin toss the whole time. Why are we changing that? So let us know what you guys think about that. And we can discuss it. I mean, people ask me what I think about it. You've probably heard me say on this podcast for 3 years now. I've always tried to pitch ideas. It's a performance-based class. I've always tried to pitch ideas to entice people to go fast. Points for records, points for winning class, points for qualifying high. And in there, you would have heard me say, get rid of the coin toss. Let the higher qualified car get the lane choice. It's a performance-based class. Why not? Category. I know I get crap for that. Class versus category. Categories, stock and super stock are categories. So in my opinion, I don't know. I just think in a performance-based category, it's kind of in my opinion, it's a very basic common sense ruling. I've got no problem with it. I think it's fine. And to be honest with you, it's probably going to screw me. Okay. I normally qualify in the second half, the bottom half. So I will lose lane choice in the first round. And yeah, it probably hurts me a little bit. Now I got to change my strategy up. But even though it hurts me, I still think it's a common sense in a performance-based category. It's for the best. So it's only one round. It's after that you are flipping coins. I think part of it was an NHRA maybe trying to appease the performance-based racers, but I also think it was an efficiency thing. For the last, so many years, I feel like the lanes officials have been, I don't know, they call our stock and super stock up to the lanes. It's not just us; it's every category, and nobody wants to come up. People wait forever to come up, and then when they do come up, nobody wants to go first. People are, taking forever. And there's a lot of yelling. I was in Gainesville. I was in Belrose. You hear it. You hear either of the lanes guy or girl yelling, pull up, let's go, let's go. And people are kind of taking their time. Well, at least you eliminate the coin toss now, I guess. I guess that's what they were thinking. You get rid of the coin toss in the first round and you save that little bit of time. People not having a quarter in their car or in their pocket or whatever. Just pull up. You're the higher qualified car. You pick a lane, pull down, lane 3, and let's go. So I'm guessing it was an efficiency thing as well as a little bit of a performance-based thing. Let us know what you guys think about it, and we'll take it from there. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, no AHFS at the IHRA races. I'm sure. And if you don't have AHFS, you got to make sure you got a strict tech operation because you don't want any funny business, right? James and Tom is better than Thelma and Louise. In top sportsmen, all rounds are based on performance. Nonsense, in my opinion. I don't understand first round only. Why not all or none? I guess because they wanted to just. I guess because they just wanted to dip their toes in it. Who knows? Maybe they just didn't want to make it such a blunt ruling of going from nothing to all. I guess they just want to try it out for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's too hard to figure out as the rounds go on who the higher qualified car was. I don't know. It's a good question. So maybe you can ask. I don't care either way. Nice to see some benefit to better qualified position. Right. Now you can strategize. Or now if you want to fall at the bottom of the ladder to hit a certain spot, you will lose your first round lane choice. So it just adds to the strategy a little bit. Brian Moody, lane choice, that is, needs to be coin flip or better reaction time previous round. Just because I don't mortgage my house for my race car doesn't mean I shouldn't have lane choice. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough call. I mean, it's a top sportsman is supposed to be performance-based category as well. That then it's performance-based for qualifying, then just turns into a bracket race after that with no chance of any heads up or performance after that. I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I don't think it should be based on reaction time though. But we did that in bracket racing. I guess they still do. I don't know. I haven't run a point series in a long time, but it was like that at Maple Grove back when I used to run every weekend. Best reaction time got the lane choice. So I don't know. Moody, good point, but I'd rather it, if it was going to be any of those, I'd rather it be higher qualified. It doesn't have to be. I mean, there are $5,000 cars in stock eliminator that can go 120 under the index. Depends on what your combo is and what the horsepower rating is. And yeah, it can depend on how much money you've invested in the combo. Tom Mill is okay with first round only. The faster car already has an advantage, in my opinion. Yes, but the faster car elapsed time-wise is not always the higher qualified car. So you got to take that into account. Paul Calvert qualified number 3 in his 14-second stalker out there, and there are many, 9-second cars that were qualified below him. So you gotta take that into account. It's not always the fastest car. It's the fastest versus the index. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, buddy? IHRA should buy Fontana. P.S. IHRA has never been west of the Mississippi. There you go. Fontana and Atco. We get them an East Coast track and a West Coast track. Even with a coin toss, it's still a 50-50 chance. Right. So you don't lose lane choice was never guaranteed before. Now it's just guaranteed to the faster car. So, whatever. Just try to hit both lanes when you're qualifying if you have a problem with this. Okay. What else? We got the air shifter, electric shifters and air shifters and stock eliminator. Let us know what you guys think of that. That's an ongoing poll right now. There's a poll on classracer.com that James Boyce is putting on. So make sure you, message him on Class Racer, a private message, or message him on Facebook. Or if you want his phone number, I can give it to you and you can send him a text message. Me personally, stock eliminator, I'd rather it remain a driver's class. You know me, I've never been a fan of the E-shift. I've never been a fan of anything shifting itself based on, RPM and or the air shifting, the air shifters and the electric shifters. Okay. People want to use internal, a governor or something like that. That's one thing. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But, like I said, everybody should have the same opportunity to screw up a shift in stock eliminator. Let it remain the driver's class. So let us know what you guys think about it. That poll, though, like I said, classracer.com and I think on Facebook. Where's James Boyce when you need him? I wish he was on here to tell us exactly. I know you can definitely do it on Class Racer with a private message. The only problem with Class Racer is you only get 50 messages in your inbox, and then you don't get any more. So my inbox is always full on there, and I'm a little nervous for Jim Boyce that his inbox might fill up too quick unless he's deleting the messages after he gets them. But then how would he have any proof that that person voted that way? So I don't know. Air shifter poll, classracer.com. We got some horsepower changes here for Fords, actually. Some big block Fords, 1969. 1969, 429, 370 horse, 430 rated, has now been changed to a 415 rating for the Mustang in super stock. So that is the 69 Mustang with the 429. Derated down to 415 horsepower. And what else do we have? 1969, 429, 370, 430 has been changed to 415 for GT Superstock as well. So if you're running it in the Mustang as a true Superstock car, or if you're running it in GT, it is now rated at 415. It was a 429, advertised at 370. NHRA was rating it at 430. They dropped it to 415. I guess they're trying to entice some people to run the combo. Same thing for 1970. It's been rated at 415 now. New rating, 415 for the Mustang and for the GT Superstock cars. So there you go. If you're trying to run a a Boss 429 or something like that in Superstock, 1969, 1970. Mustang, there you go. Have at it. All right, what else? We got the Las Vegas 4-wide Nationals this weekend, and you guys are in for some heat, we'll say. 94 degrees on Friday, 88 degrees on Saturday, 83 degrees should you make it to Sunday. No rain in sight, so that's a good thing. Wind is always a factor in Vegas. Only 2-mile-per-hour wind, according to weather.com on Friday, 6-mile-per-hour on Saturday, and then 8-mile-per-hour wind on Sunday, should you make it to Sunday. So Vegas is always a dialing challenge, right? Bring your 8-second cars. All right, what do we have here? What do we have? Comments still flying in. Hey, Joe Collins, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? If Stock Racer is full of hot air, aren't they already an air shifter? Oh, Bruce. Does that vote count towards anything with NHRA? Is it already a done deal? I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's going to get brought before NHRA. I don't know if he's going to give it to his SRAC president or whatever. But if there's an overwhelming vote for one way or the other, I think NHRA should be aware of it. I mean, if 90% of the people are saying they would like the air shifters and 10 are saying no, then okay, you got some data to back up your decision. If it's the other way around, if 90% are saying no and 10% are saying yes, then I think they should reverse the decision. So I'm guessing he's going to give it to him, and we'll see what happens. What's going on, Eddie Byler? How you doing, buddy? That's Fast Eddie. Good to see you, man. Come down to Jersey and visit me. Good job. Love you from Dino Mares, Fontana, California. How you doing? Air shifter on my G5R. Yes, there you go, Robin. Yep. We should get something. Can we get the push? Remember in Pro Stock, they had it. They outlawed it. Remember the push button shifters? Jeez, even Moody's on here shifting a Lenko. He's not using an air shifter. Are you, Moody? Oh, Robin. Yeah, what do the stick shift guys get? You're not allowed to use the didn't Biondo have like a magnetic you put the magnet underneath the clutch pedal and you could hold a button, it would hold the clutch pedal down, you let go of the button, boom, the magnet will release, so you wouldn't have to release the clutch pedal with your foot. That's not allowed in stick cars in super stock. And it should be, right? It's kind of like, a trans brake button. Not that I would like use one, but who knows? I might try it. I can't imagine how hard the clutch would hit with no foot releasing it. Just a spring shooting that pedal up. That would be interesting. That would probably require a little tuning for sure. No air shift, Moody. All right, thanks, buddy. Ugh, if you said otherwise, I was really going to be upset. How far from McGuire Air Force Base? You were just there. Not far. 45 minutes. No air shift. All right, I love it. Good. All right, we got 67 stockers registered for the Vegas 4-wide. You got a 7-round race in stock eliminator. You got 62 super stock cars. So you're only looking at a 6-round race. Let's check out the schedule. Here it is. Oh, stupid me. I forgot to put the banner back up. You guys forgot to remind me. Here's the schedule. Let's see. 8 a.m. Ooh, thank God. Super Street's getting the early call. Stock, you get to sleep in for a little bit. And you get 2 qualifying sessions on Friday. That's good. At least you're not running first round on Friday. I hate that. First round Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Super Street. Stock is second out. You got Super Stock there. Then you're running pros. Oh, they slip Comp Eliminator round 1 in there in front of the crowd. That's nice. And Top Sportsman will be out in front of the crowd. Okay. A little stage time there. And then more pros. Alcohol and then pros, I should say. The Too Fast, Too Tasty thing. And then you go into round 2 of Lucas Oil. After all the pros are done, Stock is going to run round 2 and round 3. Super Stock's only going to run round 2. And then it looks like they are done because they have one less round than everybody else. And then Sunday morning, 9 a.m., you get an extra hour of sleep on Sunday. And Super Street leads off with round 4. They're going to run back-to-back rounds of Sportsman there, it looks like. And then the pre-race ceremonies and the pros. So you probably won't have anybody watching your first round on Sunday morning. You might have a little crowd filling in for that second round on Sunday morning, and then the pros come in, and then you are in front of the crowd for your last 2 rounds, for your semifinal and final. I can live with that for sure, and you get your parade of champions. All right, thank you, NHRA. We appreciate that. We need that parade of champions. Absolutely. All right, there's the overlay. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so there's your schedule for Las Vegas. Let's see, what else? I asked everybody if national event payouts changed because the link still isn't live on NHRA Racer. So if anybody knows, has anybody gotten a check from going rounds at a national event that can chime in right now and let us know? Because I'm curious. I don't know why that link's been dead for, a couple months now. I'm hoping that I'm going to click on that link one of these days. It's going to be live and it's going to show increased payouts. What do you think? What are the odds? All right. We are getting used to the horrible schedule. I don't like that, Paula. Paula, you guys should know. Has Mike brought home any money yet this year? Have the national event payouts been raised at all with the round money? Let me know. All right. Yep, the Vegas schedule is terrible. It is, but it could be worse, Paula. It could be worse. I don't like running first round on Friday. And, I'm getting the Saturday thing. I'm hating the Saturday thing. I'm hating the 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. run schedule. I think that's got to go. But thankfully, Sunday, you get some stage time. Julie Jordan, agree. Yep. Kelly Patty Conway, what's going on? How you doing, Kelly? Good to see you. Brian Zenzen, last time I did in 2023, it was the same check I got in 2006 at my first national event. Now, I know it hasn't been raised since last year. I got, I won a little bit of money last year in 24. I'm thinking maybe this year if they raised it a little bit since the link's dead. Stock Super Stock Combo, CCRA, that's Carolina Class Racers Association, this weekend, April 12 and 13 at Galat Motorsports Park in Benson, North Carolina. There you go. All right, lost in the semis last year at Norwalk National. It was $500. Yeah, and stock is a little bit less than Super Stock, in case you didn't know. And I'm trying. I've kind of been asking NHRA to just fix that. It doesn't need to be that way anymore. Stock was an entry level class 100 years ago. It has not been in the last 20 years for sure. Stockers cost more money now than like I'd say 60-70% of the cars that are at the track at this point at a divisional. So that low payout, come on, that needs to be changed. All right, Super Street grade points are no longer transferable to Super Stock. That's why I'm not going to Vegas. Okay. Yeah, I know Super Street grade points, I think, have to be used in Super Street only, right? Or you could not use other grade points in Super Street. I did think you could use Super Street grade points in other categories, but now we're saying not at all. Super Street stays Super Street, and that's that. Okay. All right, what else? Don't forget, guys, Mid-Atlantic Stock Super Stock Association, May 17th and 18th at Cecil County Dragway. That'll be the first event that I'm probably racing at to get my feet wet before the Maple Grove Divisional the following weekend. So any Division 1, Division 2, guys, if you feel like coming up and spending 2 weeks with us, it's a double event there. Cecil County Dragway, it's the fastest track in the country. So if you want to see how fast your car is capable of going, bring it up to Cecil County Dragway in May. May 17 and 18, 2 races, 2 days, 2 opportunities to win some money. Then the following weekend, starting on Thursday, May 22nd, we have our Division 1 opener. That is Memorial Day weekend, Maple Grove Raceway. And we got a big money race for stocks and super stock on Thursday, May 22nd at Maple Grove. That is during the test and tune. It's $525 to enter. 125 of that goes to the track. 400 of it goes to the purse. So you get one-time run, and then we go into first round using a chip draw. So Reinhardt's Performance is handling the chip draw. That's Marty Reinhardt. And if you have any questions, be sure to direct them to him and or Herbie Knoll. There is a Facebook page dedicated to this race. So be sure to find that on Facebook. 50% of the money goes to the winner. 20% goes to runner-up. Semifinalists get 10%. Quarterfinalists get 2.5%. So that's the payout structure for that event right there. Let's get the Bobby to the Zoo campaign started for this summer. All right. Brainerd, I've never been there, right? Good evening. Good luck to everyone racing in Vegas. Kick butt, Bob Bender and Emmons Motorsports. Looking forward to the Cecil County race May 17th and 18th for sure, guys. And yeah, Bob Bender, he joined us last week. He's in Vegas. He's still on the tour. And Paul Wong was nice enough to let our D1 racers stay on his property over there in Nevada. So that was cool. All right. So Let's go over the points real quick and see where we're at here. Top 5 in stock. Jeff Atkinson's number 1. Bruce Castle, Josh Decker, Dwayne Scheitlin, and Darren Grossi. It's your top 5 in stock nationally right now. Super stocks, Ryan McClanahan, Leo Glassbrenner, Michael Howard, Mike Cotton, and Evan Kowalski. That's your top 5 in super stock. And then number 1 in each division, Anthony Bongiovanni in stock and super stock for Division 1. Division 2, Steve Foley and Orion Riley are tied in stock. Ronnie Dutton in super stock. Division 3, Josh Decker in stock. Tyler Kahili in super stock. Division 4, Ron Browning in stock. Craig Galtieri in super stock. Division 5, Jamie Peast in stock. Doug Engels in super stock. Division 6, Jody Lang and Jody Lang, stock and super stock. And Division 7, Kyle Rizzoli is tied with Darren Grossi in stock and Ryan McClanahan in super stock. So there you go. There's your points. All that is subject to change in the coming days because we've got a national event firing off on Friday. All right, so be on the lookout for the Drag Insights Drivers to Watch, which is the event preview before every national event. There are 3 drivers in stock and 3 drivers in super stock. One driver is always last year's winner. One driver is a solid performer. And one driver is somebody to keep an eye on and see if they can throw the upside out there. So be sure to tune in to the Drag Insights Facebook page. That's where they will be posted, as well as I believe a Drag Insights email goes out to everybody, an email blast that has those articles in there. But they talk about the drivers and they throw some Drag Insights key stats in there as well, and uses the stats to come up with a couple predictions and I guess a funny little segment. I enjoy reading them. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me see here. Did I get through everything? I did. All right, cool. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the buttons, send it to all your friends, and I'd be sure to thank all the sponsors. If you use any of these sponsors, be sure to tell them that I sent you. All right. And I want to give a shout out to VP Race Fuels. I forgot to shout them out earlier. Thank you, VP Race Fuels, for coming on board in 2025. All right. Looking forward to testing a couple different fuels and posting some of the results that I have so I can share them with you guys. All right, guys. That's it. Good luck. Heading to Las Vegas. Have some fun this weekend. Stay safe and turn on some wind lights. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.